everybody, I am Samuel15, the Dragon Tamer here today, and welcome to Pokemon TCG Online. Some of you may know, if you guys watched my video yesterday, I was planning, and I may not have been here today, but I am able to record anyway, even though it's kind of late to do so. I normally like to do between 6 and 8 Eastern Standard Time, but it's being a little later, so I apologize about that, but I'm getting a video out here anyway. Another thing to note that I have yet to update any of my new decks, even though the format has kind of changed, but not so on PTCGO. So I'm gonna update the Pokemon TCG. I'm gonna update my decks when Pokemon TCG Online says, you know what, the format changes. So once the format changes on Pokemon TCG Online, then I'll change my decks. Until then, we'll just get one last laugh at it, and one last run at all my decks as of right now. KingNinja, Blastoise, Raybor, Garchomp, all those decks. Some of them are going to be rotating out. You know, I have yet to update a single one of my decks, except for Landorus, Garbodor, Lucario, but that's not so much an update, so much as a new deck in general. So, without further ado, we're gonna get directly right to it. One of my favorite decks is KingNinja. This deck will still be in the format, this new format, but it has a new stadium. They'll give it 30 extra HP, which is not in the currently this deck. Like I said, I've yet to update it, but I don't know. I think it might be okay. And some of you guys may notice I have the Froakie sleeves and deck box. Those were just recently released, I think, a little under a month ago, I would like to say. So that's that. I think one of the good... So yeah, I got these sleeves, and I also got the coin, which you can get to be a Kalo starter set. My opponent has a very interesting deck he's using. Seismitoad's going to be a pain in my buttocks. It truly is. So hopefully this hand will make sure that he does not have any DCE in his hand or any way to get him. Because, well, this is actually my first time running across this deck, so this will be interesting to see how this deck fares against this deck. Against Seismitoad, but I'm guessing not very well. That is my honest guesstimation. Because I can't use item cards. This deck kind of runs item cards, so if I can't use them, kind of screwed. Oh, great. My opponent's definitely going to got a DCE now. Yeah, that was definitely a DCE. Why do you have to get a DCE? Was that really necessary? He can now start shutting down my poor little deck. And like that, I cannot use any of these items I have in my hand. And I do have a bunch of them in my hand. Luckily, I do get the stage 2s out, so that's nice. My opponent doesn't seem to have any supporter cards. If he had a Juniper, he would have used it by now. I think he maybe has an N that he's holding on to. I don't know what he has, but it's my opponent's turn. What did he draw? Maybe another nothing. You can't knock me out here just yet. You would need another Toxic Laser to knock me out here. If my opponent fails to attack. I'm getting rid of 2 rare candy here, which actually really stinks. I'm going to search for 2 water. I'm actually able to use them now, but I can't use them. I'm getting rid of my rare candy, which really stinks. But I feel like I kind of have to here, just to get the ball rolling. Gonna get rid of Skyla. That's gonna be useless in this matchup. And I'm going to get for a Kingdra. Maybe you should do it for the Electro, but I'm definitely going to probably draw into it with that Colress, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm just gonna do a quick here, and there. Just because my my early stages are in fact weak to Raichu, so that's why I'm doing it. How many water in this card? Just 2. He hits me for 30, and I can't use my items now. It bums a little bit, but kind of hoping to get my electrode, but that is fine. I doubt I'm gonna be knocked out here. I'm just gonna use Tribal again, knock out the Pikachu, do some more damage to those Seismitoads. Now my opponent's not doing a terrible amount of damage. My opponent's also dead drawing, so it kind of depends on who gets what first. I really do need to get another Horsey into play, which I did. I'm gonna call this again for another 8. I was trying to get my Electrode in play, but I did not. Alright. 100. See, even though actually I can get a knockout here, but I don't think it's gonna be too much of a deal. Here, actually, yeah, that's gonna it's gonna take a knockout. But like I said, it's not too much of a deal. I thought I was doing 80, but I missed. This guy on my hand's worthless. Trying to figure out what my opponent's gonna do here. My opponent's definitely gonna want to try to knock me out. I only play one Seadra in the deck, so that's sad. I don't have any more water energy right now. It's also sad. But I'm going to Tribal here, which is actually fairly important. I really do need to knock out these Seismitoads so I can get my stuff back online. Because having to constantly do it this way is actually very irritating. Doing it this way because even though I'd be hitting for 80, that's not going to be a knockout. So there's no real point in Water Shuriken on the Seismitoad. So instead I'm going to start building up on damage onto that vulnerable Mewtwo and Misslash, hitting him for 50. He will not be knocking me out here. That's a problem I think with this Seismitoad deck that everyone's hyping. The main problem I feel like with that deck is just simply that it does not hit for enough damage. It really doesn't. Sure, you're two hitting Landorus, and Landorus is gonna be like the big thing in this format, but it doesn't really do anything else. You know, that's my issue with that deck. That's why I don't think it's gonna be too big of a deal. It's too much of a deal everyone's making out to be, I believe. And I should have this game pretty wrapped up, honestly. My opponent goes in with Mewtwo. I have enough extra 6 water energy, but I should have enough to get more stuff. My opponent's going to be able to knock me out here probably. 20, 40, 60, 80. Yep, it hits the exact amount of damage my opponent needs. And I put up Horsey. Rare Candy. just like that, just to get rid of stuff in my hand. That's all I'm doing. Try and see what if I have a fresh slider, and I do. That's what I was trying to get. See, this, he just lets it up one turn and I just go off on my opponent. Because I was just building up stuff, I really was, you know. I'm gonna get another Cedra, even though I pretty much won the game. Try to show you guys what to do in this deck. In this matchup, this is really what you want to do. Just hold your items a little bit, because you'll most likely be able to use them eventually. And I don't think that's GG yet. 80. Yeah, that is GG. GG. And Dragon Vortex for knockout. You had just 1, 2, 3, quickie. And we beat alexsb633. alexsb. Alright. So thank you, everybody. Please I hope you liked the video, even though it was a little short. Please like, subscribe, and all that silly stuff, and I'll see you guys hopefully next time. And I'll definitely not be able to do anything tomorrow because I will be at Comic-Con for Chicago, and I'll try to get some footage for you guys. One of my friends is going, and so is my sister, to meet guys. You hear from me, they're kind of that desperate for geeky guys, but some of the girls at Comic-Con and stuff like that are kind of hot, so that's why I'd be going, because there really isn't anything I'm too interested in. You know, I'm not too much of a comic book guy. I'm more of an anime guy, more of a video game guy. They really don't have anything like that there, so a bunch of Star Trek, a bunch of Marvel, a bunch of superheroes, a bunch of stuff along those lines. But the only thing that'll be interesting seeing there is they do have some WWE stuff on, so WWE Superstars and a Diva page. They'll have those guys there. That's what I'm pretty much going to be seeing going for, you know. That's really all I'm interested in doing there. You know, just looking other than that. Anyway, please like, subscribe. Hopefully you liked the video, and see you guys next time.